Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jan Leary, and I want to welcome you to the Truth Zone. And I just wanted to mention that tonight at 7 o'clock, we are here in South Yarmouth for the Spencer MacLeod Shootout contest. And we have his wonderful mom here with us, and she's going to give us a little background on what this shootout is all about and this whole event and everything. All right, Robin, why don't you tell us?
Okay, well, this is a really special event. This is actually the 8th year that our church has put this event on, and we do this basically just to try to reach out to the community, to reach out to the kids. This very basketball court, Spencer and his brother used to play basketball here a lot when they were kids. And Spence was sort of a troubled kid himself for quite a while, up until age 16, 17. And then he had a really amazing encounter with Jesus Christ. And he was so changed suddenly just by the forgiveness of God. The anger he had, all these issues he had were just completely lifted from him. And he had such a love for other people, wanting other people to know what he knew. And so this event is really just to commemorate that, because this is what Spence would want. Spence would want to see kids having a good time, playing ball, and hearing the gospel, hearing the truth, hearing about how they could have this very same thing that he had, just being able to be set free.
And so, Robin, tell us about this whole area and about how it was dedicated and who dedicated it. It's quite amazing. Two benches, and then there's a beautiful plaque over here. Tell us about what this was all about.
Okay, well, the night that Spencer died, it was in 2002, and he literally gave his life to save the life of another young man who was being attacked. And so after all of the legal proceedings were done, the Yarmouth police actually came up with the idea to commemorate his life as being a hero. And so they actually came up with the idea of having a bench, because they said a bench will be forever. And if you look at these stone benches, you can really see that they will be forever.
So nice.
And there's a beautiful rock with a plaque that was donated here. And I love the plaque because it gives a Bible scripture, one of my favorites. It says, "Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends."
And that's exactly what Spencer did the night he died. He was actually, going in between an altercation, trying to help another man.
Yeah.
And he just lost his life doing so. And he was a very precious young man, and we're here to honor him tonight with this great celebration, and it's been a wonderful turnout. There's actually quite a number of people here that are going to actually be in the shootout, and so I'm just really excited. Every year it seems to get more and more famous, and people just come out and see what it's all about.
We have a lot of people from the communities who have donated gifts. We have free raffles, giveaways. I think this year we have about 30 giveaways from different businesses in the community, mostly Yarmouth, Hyannis, some in Dennis too, that have contributed year after year, and the numbers keep growing every year, so we're really pleased at what's going on. This is going to be a really good night. It's a great turnout.
Yeah, so we'd like you to just really take some time and focus on some of the ball playing here. It's really good. You don't have to be a phenomenal athlete to be in this. Anybody's welcome.
Yeah.
It's just if you love basketball. Now tell us about Spencer's love for basketball. I know he must have just really loved it.
He loved basketball. He was a real athlete. He loved to play. He really, supported his brother Miles, and I think that's something that was kind of tells a lot about who Spence was. Is to him it was always about trying to help someone else achieve their best, and he was such a support mainly to his brother, who played in high school. Spence never got to play high school sports. He dropped out when he was 16. He ended up getting his GED and ended up doing well, but he would play down here and help his brother shoot, and he loved the game. He was just really into the game and really into playing, so it's just great that this memorial is here for him.
It really is, and I remember, Robin, actually seeing a lot of video footage of Spencer playing, and he was really good,
Yeah.
I mean, and if he were still alive
played a
today,
lot.
he would be here right now playing this.
Definitely.
This is such a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. All these young men coming out. And so we want you to take a look at it, see how these kids do. It's pretty phenomenal. And if you have time next year to come out, we hope you'll come out.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have Henry Borgos with me tonight, and Henry actually is the announcer of the entire Shootout. He's the man that absolutely knows it all about everyone, or at least part, right, Henry?
Some part.
Yeah, okay. Well, the first one, Henry, is Monica Barrows. What can you tell us about Monica Barrows now?
Well, Monica Barrows, she is a faithful sister. She's a good mother. Her husband just recently passed away back in November, Larry Barrows, which was a good friend of mine. And she's very active in the community and doing all kinds of things for the community as well.
Just amazing, too, actually, Henry, about her, like, sort of overcomer spirit. You know what I mean? She's just going forward. She's going on. She's doing her best, taking care of her kids and everything. And it's just really awesome to see that she actually had a part in this shootout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is a blessing.
The next up is Alex Cornet. We don't really know too much about him, right,
Well,
Henry?
he's one of the guys that really hang out there throughout the summertime, and one of the teams that I think he joined last year as well, and they just hang out in the basketball Townhouse Park, and they're always there just playing basketball.
All right, so he's actually someone that's really been practicing all along. Wow, that's awesome. And of course, Scott Oberlander, we know all about him. He actually goes to the church, great guy. And really, for someone his age, did awesome, I thought. He got 5 baskets,
That's
right?
awesome, yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh my gosh, I tried. I don't think I'd get one. But anyway, he did very good. And another girl, quite athletic, Lindsay Urquhart.
Lindsay
Great
Urquhart,
girl.
amazing girl, very athletic, loved basketball. She practiced, for quite a long time just to get to this tournament. She did pretty good. She did all right. I mean, she only scored 2, but she practiced a lot.
I think, too, Henry, nerves play a lot in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, you get real nervous before you play.
Plus the distance and, of course, the timer going off. You know, they only give you, how much time do they give you?
I think it's just like 30 seconds to 40 seconds, something like that.
Oh,
Between
yeah.
30 seconds and a minute.
And how many balls altogether?
I think there is 25 shots.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. That's not really much time to think, never mind anything else. But a lot of these guys did good. And, of course, Jeff Brown. Love this guy. Wow. Great three-point shooter. Actually was working on it and everything. Saw him Wednesday night in church, and he said he got 31. And so he's been really practicing for next year. And we hope all you folks, too, will come out next year.
Exactly. It's a very fun event.
Oh, real fun event. And then we have Andre Needham. No, don't know too much about him.
Don't know too much about him, but you know what? He's part of all the teams that really hang out there throughout the summer in Townhouse Park.
Yeah. And what about Archer Estwell? Do we know much about
Archer
him?
Estebal. He's one of the Estebal kids that come to our church. He's a young kid, very athletic, and he loves basketball, and he was there. He couldn't wait to play.
Oh, that's awesome. And we have Sergey, oh boy, how do you even say his last
Sergey
name?
Solfanovs, I think it is, and he's one of the J1 students, and he was very excited to join and to play along with the three-point shootout.
I'm just amazed how a lot of the J1 students have contributed to a lot of things, actually, you know, that's going on. Came to the big dinner that we had for them at the church. And,
which was a success.
yeah, really, really good. And then Ron Tim, oh, love Ron, he's good. Someone from our church.
Yeah, Ron Tim is ex-Marine. He's very athletic. He actually drove 5 shots, which was pretty amazing. You know what I mean? But he always joins every year, always signs up and play at the three-point shootout.
That's awesome. And of course, Roy Colby, we know him too.
Roy Colby, he always plays every year. He's not really as athletic. He don't have the touch per se, but he did score 4 points. And he's always contributing, always involved in anything that's going on in the church. He's a good guy.
A lot of baggage. I was really a mess. And I did my best to straighten myself out, but even with that, I knew there was something really missing in my life. And 27 years ago, I just kind of surrendered. I reached a place where I just surrendered my life. You know, people had kept telling me about who this Jesus Christ was, and I was just like, oh yeah, I went to church when I was a kid, you know. I thought it was just like this religious figure and stuff. But I just prayed a simple prayer. I knew I needed forgiveness because I knew there were things I'd done in my life that I was carrying with me. I didn't know what to do with them, you know. So when somebody said that, you know, you can be forgiven, that God wants to forgive you, that Jesus paid that price for you, and He wanted to just totally release you from your past, I prayed a simple prayer, and I felt totally brand new when I did that. It was the most amazing experience, and my life instantly changed. I felt so free. And years later, you know, Spencer, he would not want me to stand here and tell you that he was this incredible, perfect guy. He wasn't. He, as a teenager, he got in trouble. He was an angry young man, like so many kids are today. And when he was almost 17 years old, he had a very similar experience that I had, where he just had an encounter with the real Jesus Christ, who Jesus was, and he was so totally changed in that moment. God literally lifted all of the anger, all of the pain, all of this garbage that he'd been carrying all his life, just took it out of his life and replaced it with this incredible peace and joy that he said he felt like a little kid again. And he just really loved life. And one thing he really loved also was telling all his friends about Jesus. In fact, 3 days before he died, he told one of the guys that started coming to church after he died, he said, Jesus Christ was the best thing that ever happened to me. And you know, he was just a regular guy. He struggled with the same things that young guys struggle with. But he made that decision to meet Jesus Christ, and it totally radically changed his life, just like it changed my life 27 years ago. And so this is why we do this. We do this because, yes, we love basketball, and yes, there is a memorial over there for my son that just to honor his courage and giving his life to save the life of someone else. But we do this because we love people. We love souls, and we're so glad that you're here tonight. And this is meant to be fun, but it's fun with a message. So thank you for coming tonight.
Praise God, give it up, give it up.
It's my testimony rap. In 2009, I was broken and blind. I had hatred in my heart and was tormented in my mind. A little white pill is what I needed to function. Little did I know it would bring me to a junction, a place. Do I live or do I die? A battle I faced each day was suicide. You don't even know the tears I cried. Soaked up my pillow, still unsatisfied. A victim of a spirit depression eventually led to a face void of expression. Devil had me hopped up on antidepressants, thinking that I'd never make it out my adolescence. Around the age of 12, the seeds were planted in my heart. Anger and depression began tearing me apart. Devil had me confused, thinking that I'd never make it. Got to the point where I just couldn't take it. I remember crying out to God one day. Little did I know He was already paving the way. Destiny and purpose for this life I live. A heartfelt repentant prayer was all I had to give. Depression, frustration, lost and deceived. Needed you, Jesus, to believe. I'ma leave here changed. Break these chains. Depression, frustration, lost and deceived. Needed you, Jesus, to believe. I'ma leave here changed. Break these chains. I was torn, broken, empty, degraded. Jesus came in, not interested in debating. With one swift grip, He snatched my chains and bonds, broke them in His fists and whispered to me they're gone. A smile emerged from a deep, dark slumber. Peace and joy followed in number. That was the day Jesus Christ came up in my life. He set me free from all my pain, my strife. I'm born again. God forgave me of my sins. John 3:3 states you must be born again. Depression, frustration, lost and deceived. Needed you, Jesus, to believe. I'ma leave here changed. Break these chains. Depression, frustration, lost and deceived. Needed you, Jesus, to believe. I'ma leave here changed. Break these chains. I once was blind, but now I see. Jesus Christ came and set this captive free. He didn't fight him when they nailed him to a tree. True love in the form of a dove came floating down, bringing the snap down on this broken heart. Straight tore it apart like a broke down car needing a jump start. Now I know what it means to be free. It was a miracle like Christ first in Galilee. I got demoted from the bourgeoisie, just a humble servant with a spot guaranteed. I'm nothing special, you can have one too. Just bow your knee to Christ and he'll make you a new creation. Rooted on a firm foundation, freed from a fate of eternal damnation. Come on friend, I need your participation. Raise your hands and repeat this declaration. Jesus Christ, I believe you died for me on the cross of Calvary. Please open up my eyes so I can see. Come into my heart and set me free. Jesus Christ, I believe you died for me on the cross of Calvary. Please open up my eyes so I can see. Come into my heart and set me free. Set me free, set me free. All right. Set me free.
And of course, Kobe Peters. I was very impressed with this young man. I mean, 8 shots, and he's only young. He did very good.
He made it last year. He made it to the, I think it was the second round last year. Did pretty good. And Kobe is, I think, one of the brothers from our church, and he's been coming out faithfully. He's a good kid.
Yes, he is a good kid.
And he is a good helper as well.
Yep, and brother is Kyle.
Yes.
Yeah, very good guy. And then we have Nathan
Roske, I think it is.
Roske?
Roske, yes.
Oh, don't know much about him.
Don't know much about him, but he always hangs out there throughout the summer and was one of the kids waiting to be able to play. Yeah, he was there early as well.
And then, of course, what about the champ here?
Yeah, the champ. He won it this year. Also, Afsal, and yeah, he beat last year's champion, and he was a great shooter. Amazing shooter.
He was amazing. Very, very good. And of course, we know who Jim Gregory is.
Yeah, Jim Gregory. He is. He's also athletic. Might not look athletic, but he is athletic. And but he scored 3 points. You know, he's not really a basketball fan, but anything with the church, he always wants to be involved.
Yeah, and I think that's neat. You don't even have to be good at this to be in the shootout, and it really, really drew quite the crowd of people.
Oh, yes.
And then, of course, we have Brandon Gomes.
Brandon Gomes, he won it, I think, once, twice. And this year, he got beaten by last year's champion, but he's always there playing basketball. He's very athletic, great three-point shooter, and he's always there when there's a three-point shootout, so.
Yeah, very sweet guy. Has a good mom who's one of my friends, Dee Gomes. Very good. And then the next one here, Tyler Walsifer.
He's not really athletic. He's more of a skater type guy. He's not a basketball player, but you know what? He just wanted to have fun. So he scored 1 point. That's about it.
And he's good.
And he's a good
you come
guy.
to
He's
hear
a good singer.
Oh, yeah.
And his band is very great. He's a very good asset to the church.
Amazing, too, because he actually is very tall. Very tall guy. Okay, next up is Lauren Estebel.
Yep.
Yes. What can you tell us about him?
Well, Lauren is a good kid. I mean, he's very smart. He's really a football player. He didn't do well, but he is very athletic. So he's a good kid. Always a good helper, especially in our church. And he was very involved in the three-point shootout.
Okay, then we have here Andre Michael. Now, tell us a little bit about him.
He's one of the J1 students. He came there. He actually did all right. He scored 5 points.
Wow, not bad.
And he's one of the J1 students who was here for the J1 dinner that we had. And very much happy to be involved in the three-point shootout.
Oh, that's pretty good. And then Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, great brother in the Lord. He's been saved now like 25 years. And good guy. Not really a basketball player, but you know what? He was just happened to be involved.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then we have Ryan Maclewd's actually up. He's a soccer player, and he did really pretty good.
No, he did good. He's actually a basketball player as well. He's a very good basketball player, and he did all right. I mean, he said he practiced, but at the same time, I mean, he scored 4 points, which was good.
Yeah.
But he's very athletic, very much involved in the church. Good brother, great family.
Yeah, it's a little far away, though, the net. You know, when you talk three-pointers, you're talking far away.
Yes.
So.
You all right? Spencer, I tell you, I got a lot of stories about Spencer. I worked with him. Me and one of my buddies, Bill, I got a good one. We were lugging 2x10s. We were doing rafters in a new house. Spence was behind me and he was carrying the rafters, and I was in the front. So I'm, teaching him the ropes. So we got 4 of them. We're lugging them, right? They're 12 feet long. Maybe they were 16. I don't know. Maybe they were 20 feet long. The story, it keeps growing. So Bill was telling me, Bill's watching me because I'm running, because I'm pushing Spence, because I'm teaching him the ropes. So I'm running. I throw him down on the sawhorses, and Bill goes, he threw him down so fast, this poor Spence, his fingers got caught underneath, and they got squished. He didn't say a word. He ripped his fingers out, he said, and he ran right behind you to get the next load. That's the way Spence was. He was always there to help. I remember when he first started, he was always there early. He was always there sweeping. He was never idle. He was always doing something. And I remember I was talking to a guy yesterday. I don't know why. He was just there at Home Depot in the parking lot. He was probably about Spence's age, but he was smoking a cigarette. He looked like he was kind of bummed out. So I went to talk to him and I said, you know what? There's a hope with Jesus. And he's looking at me like doe in the headlights. Here's a young man that doesn't have any future, no hope. I could tell he's done drugs. He had some kind of skin disease. And I said, you know what? Jesus can touch your life, and he can put a hope and an answer in your heart. And he was like he's never heard this before, and he lives in America. And Jesus, that's what Jesus did for me. I was a young man, 23 years old. Jesus invaded my life because I was so hungry. I said, you know what, God? If I'm going down the road where I'm going to be drinking and I'm going to be doing drugs, is this all I got to look forward to? God, there's got to be something else in this life. And I tell you, God met me. I wasn't even in a formal church or anything. We were just having a kid was witness to me in the bathroom. Of all places. He said, you know what, Scott, you need Jesus. And I go, what? Get out of here, man. You're a Jesus freak. But you know what? I saw his life change. I saw him, he was just like me, but now he had a hope. He had an answer for his life. He wasn't drinking, he was to live it like that. I'm like, I know there's people here today that you got problems, you got mind games, and you got addictions. You got things that are grappled into your heart, and you can't get them out. They're in there. Young people. Just like this young man I was talking to. Imagine that. He's like 20-something years old. He has no hope. He has no answer for his life. He's just trudging through. But you know what? He has an answer. We have an answer tonight. Jesus is the answer for your life. Jesus can come in and revolutionize you, set you free. And you know what? When we pass from this life to the next, we can make heaven our home. Imagine that. A lot of people can't say that. They can't say, oh, I'm just going to rot and the worms are going to eat me. No. You're either going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell. And Jesus paid that price on that cross for us. His blood was shed so we can make heaven our home. And tonight, that's what you need.
And then Griffin Sharp.
One of the young kids that is always there throughout the summer in Townhouse Park. Was so happy to be involved, and one of the just regular guys that are there, they just want to be involved.
Yeah, and then next was Kyle Hastings.
Kyle Hastings, last year's champ.
Whoa.
Scored 16 in the first round.
Oh,
and,
my gosh.
And he was there. He's one of those that are always there in the summertime in Townhouse Park, and he couldn't wait to play.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't even realize that he kind of pushed, Brandon Gomes to the side
16.
there. Oh.
One time he scored 4 in a row.
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome. And then Kyle Peters.
Kyle Peters, he's really not, he's athletic, really not a basketball player. He started playing basketball really started playing hard last summer, and he did pretty good, 4 shots.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But he's very athletic, good brother.
Yeah.
Great family. I mean, he is a blessing for the church.
Very sweet guy. And then Jarvis McWilliams. What do you know about him?
Well, I don't really know much about him, but I met him that day, and he's basically, he hangs out there throughout the summertime and all year round playing basketball. Was very happy to be involved. He couldn't wait to play. Didn't score that much points. Yeah. But he is very athletic.
Oh, that's good. He gave it a shot. And then Josh Gregory.
Josh Gregory, good brother, faithful brother in the church.
Yeah.
He's the son of Jim Gregory. He's very athletic. in the area of basketball, he did all right. 2 points. I mean, it's okay, but he's just a faithful brother, wants to be involved.
Oh, that's awesome. And it looks like Sean Jones?
Yeah, Jay Sean Jones is one of the teens there that is always hanging out there, that he got invited, scored 5 points, did very well.
Very good. And then we have Peter Nikoloff. Know anything about him, Henry?
He's a good shooter, 6 points, he did very well. And he is very much an avid basketball player, one of the J1 students as well, too.
Okay.
Giselle.
Okay, Giselle Garcia.
Giselle Garcia, good team. He got invited by the Flynns. He actually came and he got involved. Very good kid. Always playing basketball there as well. He scored 4 points. He did all right.
Yeah. And then Roberto Frosto.
Roberto Frosto, not really a big basketball player, but he's just a faithful brother.
Yeah.
He always helped me out throughout my salvation.
Good guy.
Good guy, good family. And is always wants to be involved, always wants to be of help in any way. But scored 3 points, but it's okay.
Yep. Hey, look, Josh Stevens, 11 points. What do we
Josh Stevens, man. That kid, he is a basketball player.
Oh, man.
He shot 11 points. Always wants to play when it comes to the three-point shootout. He was there early just to sign up, and he just wants to be involved.
That is so neat. And then the last one is...
Tay Creighton.
Yeah. Do you know anything about him?
Tay Creighton, he came last minute, but he wanted to play. He was very eager to play. He was, one of the teams that hang out there. Very polite young man. He scored 6 points, did pretty good. He almost, he made it to the finals, so he did pretty good.
Wow, that is incredible. 6 points is hard to do. And you know what? They actually had a lot of raffles that they were giving out that night. And, there was some businesses that donated.
Yeah, it was amazing.
What was that about?
It was, like Cape Cod Creamery donated a lot of gift cards. Same with Bike Zone donated quite a few gift cards. Sandwich Pizza donated gift cards. Sears. We also have, there was all kinds of businesses. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts, Uno's. A lot of people got involved in the area of giving. I think it was close to 1,000 were handed out this year, and it was very fun. A lot of people stuck around throughout the whole time, and it was a great time on the three-point shootout.
Yeah, that's great. And you folks that are listening out there, you know what? You really need to come out and check this out. This is a phenomenal shootout. It really is, because there's people there that are talented, really talented, and then there's others that are just trying to shoot out, and it's an exciting event. Even if you can't shoot well, it's an exciting event. And we're just glad that, Henry this year was able to really make it so interesting with your drama there, Henry.
No, we have fun. I like to make it fun.
Yeah,
there you go. Finish line. There's Scotty's. Jack's. A lot of people, Wendy's, Starbucks donated, and it was a great success. And it's the 8th annual, too.
Whoa, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And of course, those that have watched this program, Spencer MacLeod is very near and dear to our church, and he gave his life basically for another man, and his mother has been really carrying the message around there, that no matter what happens to us in life, we can go on with God's help. It was really good. You did a very good job, Henry.
Very good.
Okay, so Henry, let's talk about the winners. The people that hung in there through, 3 rounds, was it?
Yes, 3 rounds.
All right, tell us about it.
Well, third place was Alice Cornet. He won third place. And then the second place person was Kyle Hastings.
Wow.
He won second place. He beat Tay Creighton with 11 points.
Yeah.
And then the champion was Arso Afsal with 13 points. He beat last year's champion. So it is very competitive.
It is.
It is awesome. It is just to see kids get involved.
Yeah.
But the best thing of all is we do this to give God the glory and to give God the praise. And
what was the high prize, too, Henry?
the first prize was a $100 Visa gift card.
Wow.
Second prize was a $50 gift card. And then the third prize was LeBron James basketball.
Oh, wow. So who could ask for more?
Yeah.
So come on out, folks. Check it out, and we'll see you next year.